We've all experienced it, right? Right in the midst of something crucial, like a first date or a job interview, when our nerves suddenly take the wheel, driving us into a whirlwind of sweaty palms and stammered words. It feels as if we're mere passengers in our own bodies, entirely at the mercy of our frantic hearts and jumbled thoughts. But what if I told you that some of history's greatest minds, the Stoics, perfected the art of remaining calm under pressure long before the term anxiety even entered our everyday vocabulary? Today we're going to explore their world and uncover secrets that not only pertain to enduring life's pressures, but also thriving through them. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by your reactions or emotions, stick around. These insights are truly game-changing. We're about to embark on a journey back in time to learn how you can harness ancient Stoic strategies to master your emotions and actions, no matter what challenges life throws at you. If you find value in what we're about to explore, be sure to hit that like button and share this video with someone who might really need it. Let's get started. The Stoics believe that our emotions arise from our judgments about the world. For instance, if you interpret an interruption during a meeting as a personal slight, you're likely to feel anger. Here's where Stoicism gets intriguing. It teaches us that by altering our judgments, we can change our emotional reactions. It's not about denying your feelings, but questioning the assumptions that underpin them. Take Marcus Aurelius, for example, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher who faced challenges that would overwhelm anyone. Political intrigue, war, and plague, to name a few. He famously stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." What he meant was that external occurrences don't have to dictate our internal state. We can choose our reactions, and within those reactions lies our growth and freedom. Another Stoic, Epictetus, emphasized that it's not what happens to us, but how we interpret those events that shapes our emotional responses. It's not things that upset us, he said, but our judgment about things. This perspective shift is incredibly powerful because it restores control to us. While we may not manage the initial burst of emotion, the immediate gut reaction, we can control what follows. We can pause, reflect, and decide not to act on negative emotions rooted in false assumptions. The beauty of the Stoic approach is its practical application. It's not just a theory, but a daily practice. The Stoics employed techniques such as premeditation of future hardships, known as premeditatio malorum, to mitigate the impact of emotional surprises. By contemplating potential negative outcomes, they prepared themselves to face challenges with a balanced mindset. This exercise isn't about pessimism, it's about equipping ourselves with the mental resilience to remain steady in any situation. Through these teachings, Stoicism offers a compelling invitation to view life not as a series of emotional upheavals, but as an opportunity to cultivate strength, resilience, and a deep-rooted peace that arises from the knowledge that you can handle whatever life presents. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn not only to endure life's trials, but also to engage with them in a manner that enriches our understanding of ourselves and our capabilities. Now that we recognize that our emotions stem from our judgments rather than from events themselves, let's explore the profound Stoic principle of choice. This is not about choosing what happens to us, that's often beyond our control, but choosing our response. Believe it or not, within that choice lies our freedom and power. The Stoics teach us that there is a space between stimulus and response. In this space lies our ability to choose how we respond. This concept is incredibly empowering. It means that no matter what life throws at us, we have the final say in how we react. Whether it's a rude comment, a financial setback, or a personal loss, our emotional response is ours to choose. Think of it this way: life is like a complex dance with events coming at us in quick succession and our emotions responding just as rapidly. However, like a skilled dancer who decides which steps to take on the dance floor, we can choose how to move with, around, or away from our emotional impulses. This doesn't imply ignoring our feelings. Rather, it's about recognizing them and deciding on the best course of action that aligns with our values and long-term objectives. The key to making this practical is to cultivate what the Stoics termed prosoche, or mindful attention. It's about being aware in the present moment, recognizing our emotional triggers as they emerge, and consciously determining how we will respond. By practicing mindfulness, we can expand that space between stimulus and response, granting us the time to choose our actions wisely. This power of choice is what allowed Stoic philosophers like Seneca to remain tranquil during extreme stress. Seneca suggested that we should mentally rehearse worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on them, but to reduce the intensity of our reactions when confronted with real challenges. By doing this, we become less reactive and more responsive. Moreover, embracing this Stoic approach enables us to build resilience. Resilience doesn't arise from avoiding challenges. It stems from facing them with clarity and determination. Each time we choose a response that aligns with our goals, we strengthen our capacity to handle future challenges more effectively. As we delve deeper into Stoic practice, it becomes clear that knowing you have a choice isn't sufficient. You need effective strategies to exercise that choice wisely. Here are some time-tested techniques derived from Stoic wisdom that can assist you in selecting your actions over your emotions, transforming potential turmoil into triumph. One crucial technique involves the simple yet powerful act of pausing when an emotion arises. Picture yourself in a heated discussion. Instead of reacting instantly, give yourself a moment. This pause acts as a buffer, allowing your rational mind time to awaken and process the situation. During this brief intermission, you can evaluate the emotion. Is it anger? Frustration? Fear? Recognizing what you feel can diminish its overwhelming influence, empowering you to respond rather than merely react. Another Stoic strategy is to reframe your thoughts about the situation. This cognitive reframing entails altering your perspective to perceive the event differently. If someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of getting angry and assuming malicious intent, consider alternative explanations. Perhaps they're hurrying to an emergency. Shifting your narrative about the event can transform your emotional response, helping you maintain your composure and possibly even empathize with the other person. Values-based decision-making is another fundamental aspect of Stoic practice. Here, you make choices based on your core values rather than fleeting emotions. Ask yourself, does reacting with anger align with my values? What would the best version of myself do in this situation? By aligning your actions with your values, you ensure that your responses contribute to the person you aspire to be, rather than a temporary emotional state. Emotional acceptance is vital too. This doesn't mean resigning yourself to feeling bad. It means acknowledging that you're feeling a certain way without judgment or immediate reaction. Acceptance enables you to understand your emotions more deeply and manage them proactively. It's akin to observing clouds as they drift across the sky. Notice them, but don't get swept away by the storm. Each of these techniques isn't solely about managing a specific emotional moment. They're about fostering a life in which you consistently choose actions that reflect your rational and reasoned decisions. Regularly practicing these techniques can turn them into habits, fundamentally altering how you engage with your emotions and the world. As you integrate these practices into your daily life, you'll discover that not only do your emotional responses become more balanced, but your overall sense of well-being also improves, enabling you to live more fully in alignment with your Stoic principles. When we consciously choose our actions, aligning them with rational thought rather than fleeting